Hi everyone, welcome back to Kickin It With Kelly. I'm your host, Kelly Lang. I have taken you on a very personal journey. The very first one we did was depuffing. This next one that we did was a show on different moisturizers and different little skincare tips that we have. Okay, so today, the next routine that I would go to is, what concealer do we choose? What's this thing with contouring? What is all that? Let me help you demystify all of that. I have tried everything known to man, everything. I can't even tell you how many thousands of products I've tried. It's embarrassing. Okay, I always tend to go back to Sheer Cover. Sheer Cover is an older makeup line. This little concealer pack here has got a light, a medium, and a white in that. This is the light, this is the medium, this is the kind of a white sheer. You can use a brush, but I tend to generally use concealer with my fingers. And I was taught by Marie Osmond and her makeup artist to just go in the areas where you're the darkest. I've learned a trick recently that if you take a swatch of this and go upward from the corner eye up, it can kind of give you an instant facelift. I also use this anytime that there's a dark line, and this is before any kind of base makeup comes on, okay? You can use this lighter to go in between the brows and up a little bit, and it generally just kind of tones down any kind of redness at all. And I was taught that if you go and just use this in the darkest of areas underneath your chin, like that, that really makes a big difference before you put any base on. So that's Sheer Cover, okay? Also, when you have a lipstick on that's a little too bright for you, you can use this kind of a clearish white and just a dab right there, and it will kind of soften the lips. You can actually use the lighter inside the corners of the eyes, and it kind of brightens those up, or a highlighter right there. So this is kind of a magical little round box. Okay, that leads me to a drugstore brand. This is, oh my goodness, I can't see it. Magic Eraser. Not even sure what brand this is. Isn't that silly? I've been buying it for so many years I don't even know, but you can recognize, I think it's a Revlon brand. But this is an incredible, especially a nice thing for the price. I mean, it's got a beautiful little sponge tip on that. I will tend to use that in the same areas that I would the other, and it lightens that area up. I do this before and sometimes even after I would put a cosmetic foundation on. So it just kind of gets you set for what your foundation is going to do. So anywhere there's like any kind of splotches at all. So that is the Magic Eraser. You want to go a little bit more expensive? All right, I'll go with you. So this right here is Tarte. This is just like magic. It's called Shape Tape. A lot of people use this to shape out their eyebrows, and sometimes I'll do that too. Like, you can use it up in here, and it really brightens. It really pulls out some lighter pigmentation. That's Shape Tape by Tarte. And with that, sometimes it's nice to use a little concealer makeup brush, which is this right here, and you can kind of get into the corners easier. Any place where you see any darkness at all, it's best to not do the whole under eye as white, because you'll tend to kind of look like an owl after a while. But you can use this to direct where it goes into the dark spots only. And the one thing I did learn from Marie Osmond is that only put light where dark is, and it can really develop the face. Okay, so this leads me to contouring, which is an amazing thing. This is my favorite contour. This is by NYX, NYX, and it's got a lighter shade on one end. It's got a darker shade on the other. Now, girls, this sounds like it would be too dark for some, but for me, I've got a lot of color on my skin, so I keep a tan generally year round. And this is gonna be crazy. You go up here, you go here, you basically frame that, and it looks crazy. Fill in this right here where your cheekbone is, okay? Where you're under your cheekbone. And if you want a thinner nose, you just go up the sides of the nose with this and narrow that puppy down. I also tend to bring this down on my neck, which a darker neck will actually give the illusion, that's what we're going for, is the illusion of having a thinner neck or tighter face or whatever. It's all an illusion, it's all fake. This is another little favorite of mine. It's a Caputo brush, and I like it because it's fat and thin, fat and short, like me. So you just go around and around and around, and you really get these colors in good, and you can kind of lift that area right there where you're trying to do the contouring. And as you can see, it's kind of blending in. Make sure you do that right behind the ear. Blend all of this in. This, the NYX color, it really blends well. It blends very easily. So, and it's just lightweight little strokes. It's nothing really harsh on here at all, okay? So, and I'm going fast, so you're probably gonna go, she didn't mix that, or she didn't do that very well with her blender, but you'll see the final results here. You can actually also, if you want to look like you have little fuller lips, put a little bit of dark right there and a little bit of dark right there, and that will help you later with the shape of your lips, okay? So that leads me to foundations. Oh, actually I want to do the little bit of highlighter under here. I'm going to use this lighter, and you go from the lip line all the way up and you fill this in, okay? Lip line going upwards and fill this in right there. You can also do this right here, and so as long as you lift it up like that, it makes for the face lifting effect. Another thing I love is Cat Cosmetics. Cat Cosmetics comes with this beautiful little leopard print sponge. What I do to blend things as well as the Caputo brush, I use rose water spray, and I spray my little pad down, and it makes for a wonderful blending tool. So all of that will blend into my skin nicely. You can use a blending little sponge like this too, and wet that down, and it will kind of give the same effect, okay? So all that being said, we're just setting the foundation for the foundation, but you can see my skin is already looking a little bit more more defined, softer kind of thing. I don't know. So that is where we're gonna leave it this week. We've done our concealers. You've got NYX, you've got Shape Tape, you've got sheer cover, and you've got this little wand here. It's your choice, whatever you like. These are 4 that I keep in my stock all the time. Till then, I'll see you next time on Kickin' It with Kelly.